Hey there, Aquarius. Welcome to your reading for the week of April 4th. This week, this is going to be part one, and you can tell I just started, Aquarius. There we go. This is going to be part one. There will be a part two, and that will be linked up in the pinned comment down below. Actually, I lied. It's going to be in the description down below. There will be no pinned comment, but let's see what we have going on for you. Number one, it seems like a very good money week in general. There have been a lot of these like money cards that have been coming up for everyone. So I'd say on a collective level, it could just be a good week for money, is what I would say to you. You have this purse card. It says like something about your finances. I don't know. It's a good card for your money. So that could be definitely something that's happening for you. You also have this star. So you showing up here, Aquarius. Looks like a pretty good week. You start off with this Wolverine card here, and it says fierceness on it. This is a pretty fierce looking card here, Aquarius. So I would definitely say that you should, kind of be more aggressive at this time and going for the things that you desire to have for sure. I kind of feel this energy of more like no hesitation for you. It's like you have the Two of Wands here, and sometimes I feel like the Two of Wands says no assuming things about something new that enters into your life. Because we'll talk about this in a minute, but basically he is assuming that things are going to go exactly the way they have in the past, or he might have some life experiences as well, like maybe he was raised a certain way, and if a new relationship enters into his life, he might assume that all relationships are exactly the same as his parents' relationship, for example. And I'm going to give you some more examples, like I said, in just a second, because it might not be love. It could be anything in your life. And he kind of says, open up to all these other expectations. And that's definitely popping into my head here where, I think maybe the scary part for you this week, scary, spooky, right? Spooky energy here is that Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands, there's an element of kind of flying by the seat of your pants, as I love to say, with the Ace of Wands, because it's like we're just trusting inspiration. Literally, your bottom row. It's a very simple reading if you can't tell, Aquarius. It's popping into my head really quickly. This bottom row is pure inspiration. Ace of Wands and the Star are both cards of inspiration. But again, if we're allowing our inspiration to guide us in life, there isn't really, maybe we can't point to something solid, right? It's like maybe you want to start a business and your friends are like, you're crazy for starting a business right now. And it's like, you can't explain it. Maybe you can't really make them understand. But I think that what I'm trying to spit out here, Aquarius, is that if you can get away from needing people to understand you and the decisions that you're making, and you can just make the decisions anyway, it's like I think they'll understand in the future. It doesn't matter what if people understand you right now. It's definitely popping into my head. You have the Wheel of Fortune, the Two of Wands, and the Ace of Wands. Again, the Two of Wands, the thing about the Two of Wands is he is standing at the top of a castle. The story of the guy at the top of the castle here is that he has accomplished all the things that he wants to accomplish too quickly. He rushed to the finish line. He didn't enjoy the process. He didn't, enjoy the middle stuff. He didn't enjoy the getting there, right? So he's rushed, and he feels like he's looking out into the world, and he's not looking at this world right here. He's kind of looking out into the world, and he feels like he has experienced everything that there is to experience. He doesn't realize that he's got the whole world in his hands. There are many more experiences. And it's popping into my head for you for sure that don't like assume that things are going to go one way or the other in some area of your life. I feel like the only thing that you should be trusting at this time really is yourself, and also this right here. The Ace of Wands is kind of like your desire. It's your desire to do something. I also feel that I'm going to show you this right here. There's a castle right above my finger, and that castle is meant to look like it is crumbling. And the whole point of the Ace of Wands is that it's like in with the new, out with the old. Something is kind of crumbling away. I feel like you see this before like other people see this. I think that you Aquarians need to realize as well that it's like you're probably much more, intuitive than you realize at this time, mostly because there's a bunch of energy that's entering into Aquarius. There is a bunch of energy in Aquarius. I've been talking about this for weeks that, really I believe that we are entering into a time of Aquarius. Some people call it the age of Aquarius. To me, that has a whole, there's like a bunch of things that go into that I don't necessarily agree with. And if you agree with it, that's fine, by the way. But what I would say is I feel like this time of Aquarius is more about everybody kind of shining their inner light, everybody becoming their own little star, as I've said before, and that's what you're doing. I feel like you see something falling apart before everybody else. This could be, could be money, it could be your job, it could be where you work or something like that. I would pay attention to your inspirations. Again, you might be feeling inspired to do something. Like I said earlier, maybe you can't explain why you feel inspired to do it, but I would do it anyway. You also have the Wheel of Fortune, and probably because whatever you're feeling inspired to do is going to change your fortunes. You show up right here, this top corner over here, Aquarius, so you kind of show up in your reading twice, and that really puts you in a position of power and strength. A lot of good stuff coming in for you. You have this turkey spirit, says give with gratitude and grace. Turkeys are also, they also represent abundance as well, or like having a harvest. Kind of reminds me of Empress energy. So I do feel there's a lot of abundance coming in for you. I also feel like giving would be a good idea for you at this time. Like if you have anything to give, if you're looking for something to do, I feel like giving of yourself would be very beneficial with this energy. You have the Nine of Wands, the Six of Cups, and the King of Cups. I do kind of feel like this could be love that is available to you. Those are literally the words that are popping into my head, is that there's love available to you. Does that mean you're accepting the love into your life? I'm not so sure. You have that Nine of Wands here, kind of coming from maybe a little bit of a guarded place, and that's where I feel like you are coming from at this time. I don't think this is a bad thing. I'm not saying like, oh, you're guarded, like you have to open up. I'm saying that you're more protective of your time right now, and again, is that a bad thing? Probably not, I would say, but I do feel like there could be a person who's very emotionally stable who is available to you with this King of Cups energy. It could be a water sign, but I also just feel like, and I'm pretty sure, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure in your most recent reading, there he goes. He's gone. But in your most recent reading, I'm pretty sure you had the King of Cups, and I was saying that could be like a very emotionally stable person coming in for you. Someone who makes you feel childlike, I would say, again, if you're looking for love. Six of Cups is, some people read it as a card from the past. I do not. There are a million reasons for that, but to me, it's a card that says, move away from the past. Don't get stuck in the past. But it's a card of like childlike love, kind of like a soulmate type of energy, but something that's more playful, more fun, definitely good energy. And again, I would say if you want it, I would open up with the Nine of Wands here. For pretty much for all of you as well. I do feel this is saying like protect your emotions at this time. All my readings recently, there's been something weird going on as far as emotions are concerned, or like how people feel emotionally in certain situations. So I would definitely say it's a good time to make sure that you're kind of protecting your emotions with the Nine of Wands. What I would also say is that the Nine of Wands to me is a card of experimentation. To me, it's a card that says, throw stuff at the wall and see what sticks. So a really good card for, trying any of your ideas, any of your plans, pretty much anything. In your last row, you have this purse card. It says pay attention to your finances. You also have this eye card. Here you go. It says psychic ability, trust your intuition. There you go. Exactly what I was saying. I didn't even see this card when I pulled it, and I feel that some of you are very intuitive at this time. Again, it's almost like striking me like it's not intuitive. It's more, but it is. I'm not saying it's not intuitive. I feel like maybe you feel like the things you're feeling aren't intuitive, because I feel like they're feelings, But I feel like it's extremely intuitive. So I would trust your intuition at this time. You have the Eight of Cups, the Page of Swords, and the Star card. Again, this is probably the most important card here because I feel like you're feeling inspired to make changes in your life. I feel like you're feeling inspired to do things differently in your life as well with this energy. There's some sort of change going on here with the Star card. So I feel like you're making a change with this energy and you're like doing things differently. There's also this bird, this ibis right here in the tree, and the ibis in the tree on the star, it kind of represents seeing the whole, like the full picture, seeing everything. I don't really want to call this a gift from the universe, although what I will say is that the Six of Cups is a gift from the universe. I feel like the gift that you are receiving is seeing different angles of your life. That's how I'm seeing this in my head. The reason I'm saying this is because of that Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups, I feel, is you kind of making a decision. Very weird reading because, again, I'm not getting the traditional card meanings here in the last row. To me, this is saying that you're seeing something that maybe is emotionally controlling to you or has been controlling your emotions, and you are either walking away from it or you're making a change with this Eight of Cups. And I feel it's because you're being given the gift of vision, at this time. I don't even think, I think you're seeing a situation in your life from all angles, not just you're seeing in the intuitive side, like you're seeing your intuitive connection. I feel like you're seeing your real world connection. It's like you're kind of seeing things from all points of view. And so I feel like your vision is very important right now. You also have this Page of Swords. Page of Swords, again, childlike energy. Page of Swords always reminds me of kind of like your inner child. It can be kind of like a good card, bad card, but to me, for you, it's a card of curiosity. I feel like you need to look into things that you are curious about. Anything that you are interested in, I would start moving towards it with the Page of Swords. I also feel like there could be communication that is going on here, but it's almost like the words that are popping into my head are communication that needs to be had. Those are the words that I'm getting. For whatever reason, I feel like this Nine of Wands here, I feel like these two cards are connected, the Nine of Wands and the Page of Swords. I feel like there's communication that needs to be had, either between you and another person, you and a situation, you and it could be you need to communicate with yourself as well. So some of you, I feel like, need to maybe kind of communicate with like a situation in your life, and you need to do this to get out of this Eight of Cups mode. I almost see the Eight of Cups for you as like a bucket in your life. But what I mean by that is it's almost like just I feel the Eight of Cups has been an emotional period of time. Maybe for like the past, 2 or 3 years, you've gotten into like a bucket, not really like a bucket. I think we think of a bucket like it holds on to things, but I'm talking about like if there's a line that is your life, I feel like it's just like a chunk of your life here is that Eight of Cups. And I feel like you're being given this gift of, like I said, vision, seeing what you want your future life to look like so that you can get out of it. I also feel that you need to trust your inspirations. That Wheel of Fortune, it's pretty simple. If you just look at this, Wheel of Fortune to the Six of Cups to the Star, it's like literally saying if you want to change your life. Again, the cards, I always like to remind people, the cards, the energy is here for you to change your life. Whether you do it or not, is that that's up to you. The cards can't make anything happen for you. But this is saying, like, if you want to turn around, if you want to change things drastically, then what I would do here is move towards the Star and the Ace of Wands, really, but to me they're just connected. Move towards something that is inspiring to you at this time. Probably doesn't make sense, like I said in the beginning of the reading. So this looks amazing, Aquarius. Part 2 is linked up down below in the description.